Well, hey everybody, how you all doing? Whittler Dave here. I hope everybody's having a blessed Saturday. I know I am. Talking to you folks. Well, uh, I had a comment here a few days ago on my other social media and stuff I have that a young lady, her son is watching me on YouTube. And he's a young lad. Excuse me, folks. Gotta love summer codes. But anywho, he's a young lad. And he likes snowmen. And she asked me, is there a way that I can do a snowman carving that's simple so he can follow along? And I said, oh, Lord, yeah. Yeah, that's no biggie. So, took some 1x1s, split it, just basically carving on a corner. You know, that way I can take, 1x1s like this. I take and split it. I get 2 halves out of it. Whoopsie. And, just 1x1. And then I'll just, I thought, well, what can I do? This is ABC carving. It's like back when I was a child. But that's all right, because that's what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to create a YouTube channel and get away from all the hard stuff. Because you intimidate people. And I want people to try and believe in yourself. And there's no rights and there's no wrongs. Life is a learning curve. You got to make a mistake and you got to crawl. Then you got to stand up and walk and make a few more mistakes. That's life. So I thought, well, let's come up with something that's a lot, pretty simple, where he can understand. Just do a basic whittle, just whittle him out, paint him up, and I'll show you a couple of them, and I'll put some clasp on it. And Jacob, if you're watching, this is what I created, just simple, cut out that 1x1, dotted some I's, and and I was telling her, I had another call last night from Fairbanks, Alaska, a wonderful man that called me, and we were talking about snowmans and stuff, and like I told him, snowmen, it was cold. So like I told him, don't worry about them if they're perfect. They're supposed to be oblong and not centered and stuff like that. Just simple. This is art right here. Nothing hard. Just the way they did it years ago. And snowmen don't have to have a all black hat, so I created this color and stuff. And so, just something simple for this young man to follow. Or you can get you a block. Make it all the way around. But anywho, let's just jump down on here. Get you down here. You don't want to see the old man. Come on. Get you down here where you can see me carving everything. Let's get the old pencil because I don't have any lead. So let's just say, that's going to be his brim. There's a body. There's the other body. And see, here's when it's unpainted. Just carved on the corner. Very simple. And, you can do all kinds of these things. These are yours. So, let's see, make sure you can see this. This is for Jacob. So, you see this right here? And I'm going to try to hold this in a certain way where you can see it. Yeah, I think you can see. Let's just start marking the hat. Here's the hat. Okay, here's the brim. And the top, the start of the top of the head. Here's another part of the body. There you go. And then let's start it here. Let's mark our cuts. Turn it to the side. I do a little V cut right here. Do a straight cut right here. Okay, there's your brim. And then let's cut your hat out. Let's mark all these. And the thing about this style of carving, you don't have to worry about it, folks. You're carving a snowman. He's supposed to be oblong and not perfect. It's like rolling snow. If you ever rode snow, you don't get a perfect ball. Well, that's the same thing with the snowman. Okay, now you can see, I've just marked them all. Just marked them all. Now, let's just cut down the hat. Let's just draw a line, with your knife. Come in here. What do you think, Jacob? I think this is going to be pretty neat. If your mom sends me your address, I will send these to you. Yes, I will. Okay, there's that. I'll even send you one that you can paint yourself. I think that would be totally neat. Create your own art. Okay. Now, see? We've just created a line. Very, very simple. Let's lose this edge. Let's lose this edge here. Now, see? Very simple. Now, let's lose some more sides right here. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I had a wonderful talk with this gentleman from Fairbanks. I enjoy when people contact me. That's the whole thing about my YouTube. It's a family YouTube. I stress that. So if you want to contact me, you can type in Whittler Dave on Google Maps, and that'll bring up all my information, how to contact me and everything. And then you can, if you can do email and stuff like that, it's daveposton@gmail.com. Yeah, you can do it that way, or you can just text me whatever you want. I'm learning, folks. I am. Lord have mercy, I'm learning. So, okay. There we go. I told you, this is very simple. This is what I wanted to do, and I'm glad that his mom contacted me and asked me, and I told her to give me a day or two, because she contacted me during when I was getting ready for that show. And I told her, I said, I'm unable to do it right now, but I will do it after the show. Okay, just simple. There's your hat. Don't worry about it. Let's start the head, one of the heads. Let's just cut them in a little deeper. Cut them in a little deeper, because that's your brim of your hat right there. That's your brim. See your brim right there? That's just your brim. So, like I said, let's draw that line with that knife. Let's get this right here. And we've already got that one scored. Yeah, that creates a stop cut right there, because when I cut into that, I hit that brim right there. It's a stop cut where I cut that line. And just, like I said, think round. Just think round. You're going to be a round snowball today. That's all you're going to be. Yeah. That got the folk art fish done. I got to do a little bit more love to the sides. I'll show that to you here in a minute. This was really important to me to answer this question for this young man. Okay. Gotta set up for Burger King tomorrow. I will be at Burger King tomorrow, so I can't wait. I really missed it the other day. I enjoy going and waiting for the people, but I had to let everybody know the last time I was there that I would not be in. I've been using my hands for a long time, and sometimes I just gotta say nope. I gotta take a breather, folks. I'm not as young as I used to be. Okay, now see, you're just knocking out corners, folks. Anybody can do this. Simple carving on a corner. If you want to do a face and everything, carve on the corner. Your nose is there. Everything is there. Everything. Alrighty. I hope everybody can see this. Doing more raining here. I tell you what, that tropical storm down in Florida, we'll probably get some stuff remaining from that, because it comes up through the Carolinas and up through North Carolina, and it usually comes in through that way, across the mountains, and we'll get something. It's raining pretty good today. All right. So see, don't overtake it. Don't overdo it. Don't overthink it. Just get in there. There's your first head. Okay. Let's see here. Let's start this. Let's raise this. And like I said, I don't care in thicknesses of body. I don't, don't overtake it. Just carve it, because it's snow. You imagine that you're rolling snow across the ground, and you don't get perfect snow. So that's how you want to carve this. I can't stress that enough. I was telling the young man last night, don't overthink it. Don't. Just be you. Be you. And I had another gentleman, he contacted me, and he wants me to do a painting video. He wants me to show some tricks. And okay, I'm going to do it. But I paint totally different than people. And the reason is I didn't grow up in a modern world where everything was convenient. Back then, you had primary colors. You had white, red, orange, yellow, blue, green, black. You just had primaries. You didn't have everything like they got now. So I created myself, folks. I've created my style, the way I paint, and I'm an artist. I see things that a lot of people don't see. And I'm not bragging about that. I just do. I see dimension and shadow and where colors should be, where colors shouldn't be, what colors are going to work there, what colors are not going to work there. I just deeply understand it. And to teach painting, I've always said, is my nightmare. So, but I'm gonna get my wife to video me, because it's going to be easier instead of me trying to focus in a camera and stuff like that. And I'm going to set up some scenarios and stuff of things and try to show a few tricks, that way I do it. Just a few tricks. Maybe you can pick up something. Basically, to really to learn painting the way I do it, and learn a lot of things, how I talk to the paint and talk to the carvings and understand what it's telling me, is you'd have to be right here. You'd have to be living with me, because everyone is different. I am not a machine. I'm not. I was drawing snowmen yesterday, because where I live at is a tourist town. I got to have knockoffs. So this year I'm drawing a whole different snowman. I'm carving another one. I drawed the head first, and then I drawed the second one with the body. I've got arms, I've got little feet on it, and everything I do is right on the fly. Everything. I'll be carving, okay, I get one thing done, and I see another thing. I go in and get me a piece of wood, do a light sketch, carve it out. When I first made the shoes, they were too small, and like I said, I'm not perfect, so I redesigned the shoes and made them a lot larger. No one's perfect. No one. See? Now, simple little body. Simple little snowman. Don't overthink it. Snowmen are one of my favorite things to build and carve and design. I make a lot of snowmen. I did this one on the mountain for 2 years, and I'm not remaking it this year. It's a phenomenal piece. Our economy is in a bad shape, so I won't rip off customers. They are over $100, so I'm not going to make them. I'm redesigning a different snowman where it's going to be a lot cheaper. So when you come to my shows, and a lot of people do collect them, you can afford them. That's fine with me. Work on smalls. Alrighty. Now you can see I just a few minutes. That's all this thing took. I hope, if Jacob, when you watch this, I hope I put a smile on your face. Like I said, if your mama sends me her address and stuff, I will send you these, and I'll send you some that are carved, and you can paint them yourself. I just want pictures. I tell everybody, send me pictures. I love my young carvers, my old carvers. I just love when people just, give what God gave you, your brain. Open it up. That's your first computer of life, is your brain. your barn with it. Use it. Now, that just took a few minutes for a basic snowman. And like I said, the hats don't always have to be black. You know, they don't. It does not have to be black. Now let's just kind of shatter this hat brim just a little bit. It's too flat. That's what I'm doing. Kind of give it a little love, like it's got a little war. Now there you go. I find this is hanging over just a little bit too much. So, yeah. Now you have, and if you have a 2x2, you know, whatever, you know, you can make one of these. Now look, there you go, Jacob. Just a simple little snowman. Same concept. Same concept. You know, this hat's a little taller. You know, this little hat right here's a little rounder and fatter, and I painted it some green and stuff. Just simple. You know, yesterday I drawed this one real fast. Got him all carved up, carved the nose and everything, made the eyes, carved the mouth in. I might have done a thing about putting a red bird up here. I drawed a little red bird this morning, give it some more folk art. I may put a snowflake in here. I don't know yet. Still working on these. The other one, after I did the head first, and then I draw the body, and now it's got arms and little feet. You know, just, and like I said, if you got a block of wood and that's what you got, you know, carve on your corners, set your hat, set it all the way around, get your corners in, right there. It's going to be the same principle of what I showed you with the one on the corner, carving on that and splitting it. You know, where I showed you how I split it. And you can tell I'm not marking across. I'm just eyeing it up, and that's good enough. You know? And that's all it is. I'm just going to mark the stick. And it's going to be three-dimensional. It'll be all the way around the whole circumference of the snowman. You'll be able to see all the way around. You have three sides. Where that right there, basically, it's just a one-dimensional, because I just carved the front of it. All right, and you can see, you know, I've already got that started, and you can come in here and mark the top. That's going to be your hat. Okay, and you want to set your hat in. It's the same principle, folks. I can't stress that enough. Same as the first one I discarded. This one is just going to be all the way around. That's all this one's going to be. You just keep going. There's your brim. See, look, there's your brim. There's your snowman top head, bottom head, second head. And that's all very simple. And it was just, this is sugar pine. And if you have a 2x2, I don't care if you got a, you know, if you got a scrap tube, or go out and get you a stick. You know, when I was a kid, I just used sticks. I didn't have all this fancy stuff. Lord, no. Get you a nice fat stick, something bigger than your thumb, and you can make, you can do the same thing I'm doing right here, just with a stick. Alright, so there you go. Top of his hat already. See? His little hat. Yeah. And let's set this brim in. I gotta get all my bags set up here in a minute. Start doing a little tidying up in the shop. because it's not too bad. I've got a pumpkin that I sewed that I carved with the hatchet the other day at the show, and a customer who lives not too far from me, they bought it. So there's already, like I said, I design all my paints, and right now there's 2 layers of paint on it. Alright, there's the brim. Now there's get the body. And get everything set. Go ahead and rough it in. Do all your profiles. Don't try to finish the carving, especially on these 3-dimensional ones. Just get it roughed in. Get it roughed in. Do some and then finish your detail and stuff of how you want things. Don't do it the other way. Just rough it in. Get your body set. Get it all set, because this is a 3-dimensional snowman. So you're going to have roundness all the way around. You can see I'm just using the tip of my knife right there. It's coming in here, knocking him out. Knocking him out. Knocking him out. And there you go. And you may not want to do something this small. This is not even a 1x1. This is about, I don't know, it's a piece of scrap. It was laying on the floor, maybe a 1/2 inch thick. You really got to get a hold of this little thing. Yeah. You can see that. Let's see, look, I've got the body roughed in, and you just keep repeating. That's all you do. Step down, you keep turning. You see what I'm doing? Keep turning, set them corners in, set that all in there, and come down here, come down here. And these are great little Christmas ornaments. You can put a little eye right there in there, and you can hang them on your tree. If you want to hang them on as a fan pull, you could do that. You could even make them small enough, make keychains out of them for Christmas. You could give them as gifts. I've done all that. Now, you can see, just right there. Very simple. Very simple. Hope Jacob likes how I'm doing this one. I'd even give him this one. Like I said, I just need your where you live at. And I would send it to Jacob. Out of the love and respect of him watching my channel. That really makes me happy. That's why I created a channel like this. And I ask people, only thing I ask is tell your friends, tell your loved ones, tell your co-workers that, hey, you got a man that lives here in Tennessee that is true to the craft, been doing it for a long time, has a wonderful channel that you can set your children down and don't have to worry. You can walk away. You can literally walk away, and they can watch. You never know. Just doing that, you may have a young lad there that, hey, I want to do what Whittler Dave does. And if you come to Tennessee on vacation, contact me, because I will either come and meet you, or you can type in Whittler Dave on Google Maps, and you can bring up my channel. Whew. You can bring up everything about me, where I live, and stuff, and you can come right here into Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and come right to the house like that gentleman did from Florida, Jim. He came right to my house, and I welcome. I do. Now, see, just very simple, folks. That's what life should be, just simple. We need to get back to simple things. Having fun. I mean, this should be shown in schools. I would go to any school here and just sit down with the children and just whittle all day long. I used to do it a long time ago. Back years ago, I'd go to schools and churches, and I talked to a guy that has a youth program at a church, and I told him, I said, you know, hey, if you want me to come for the kids, and I can bring different things, I don't charge, you know, I will come and sit down with the kids, and we'll have fun. Maybe we'll order some pizza that night, have like a pizza party at the church, and people can watch the old man whittle out stuff like this. You know, all I need is a broom and a dustpan, or I'll bring my own. I'll sweep up right after myself. All right, I mean, it's not done, but you can see the concept. You don't have to do extreme carvings to have fun. And see, it's just very simple. There's a lot of cleanup and stuff, you know. But I want to show you the fish here. It's not totally done. You can see I did put it on a stick. He will come off the stick. He's not glued, not yet. But I've got the tail setting in right here. The tail is setting in. He's basically about ready to sand. Do some cleanup with sandpaper and look at it. I told you, you know, sand it a little bit and look where you carve, because then you're going to see things that you don't like, and then, you know, carve at what you don't like and then re-sand it. You know, this fish is just basically done. Now I just got to, and I did, you know, I rounded it over some, and you know, I will get him cleaned up, and all I'm going to do is clear coat him, because he is cedar. He is 100-year-old cedar, that beautiful red and white. I love that white. That white there is very beautiful, and he's going to sand out pretty, and just a basic folk art whimsical fish is all he is. But and then when I get done, you can see all I did was drill a hole into the bottom. I didn't go all the way through. I didn't want the stick to go all the way through. So he is basically carved, and then I just insert the dowel rod. I did burn the dowel rod with a torch because I wanted that look, because, you know, this is going to be more of a reddish color. And then what I'll do is I'll turn him facing this way. The block will be straight and everything, and you give him just a, you know, because I don't like him flat. He looks boring. He's got to be turned. You know, he's got to be turned. Well, I just wanted to get on here and show the young lad of what you can do with carving on a corner, taking a 1x1 and splitting it and getting two halves, or if you got a small block, if you got a large block, Lord, it don't matter if you got a piece of scrap laying on the floor and it looks, you know, it's square, whatever, halfway square, sideways square. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. You know, it's going to be a snowman. It's just going to be a simple little snowman. Just, these are all simple. I did this for Jacob because he wanted to see, you know, little snowman carved. I did something very simple. And like I said, all I did was take a 1x1 and I split it. You don't have to have a bandsaw. You can take a knife. You can whatever, and just set your knife here. Take a mallet and smack your knife, and it'll split. It don't have to be perfect on the back. You can take a gouge and gouge this out just a little bit, and to lighten it up, I put a clasp in here, just a little clasp. I buy a bunch of them, and then he hangs on the tree and everything. But anywho, I hope Jacob enjoyed that. I enjoyed that, showing him. Like I said, if you got questions, Gmail daveposton.com. You can go on there. You can leave me a comment on YouTube. I do read every one of them. I will do a painting demonstration, try to show some things that I do. It's really hard for me because, like I said, the difference of me and now is I had nothing. There was no internet. There was no computers. I'm a farm kid, and I just created myself. That's all I did. I learned to use everything. I would take blackberries and make a paint out of it. And I take blueberries, and I have a saying: if it stains your hands or your clothes, there's a pigment in there. Pull it out, because if it can stain one thing, it can stain your woodworking. So I've used all kinds of stuff: walnuts, tea. I could go on and on. I mean, I have used a lot, and I make textures. I have, and I just paint on the fly. As I'm painting something, it's talking to me as an artist. It's telling me a story, and I'm listening to it, and I pull that story out. But anywho, I just wanted to say thank you all. You all have a blessed day. Thanks for everyone that has subscribed to my channel. I deeply, and I mean, I really appreciate and love everyone. And I just want to say thank you again. I will talk to you later, and you all have a blessed day.